Sophie and the boys has been a well-oiled machine since Foundations in Business sophomore year. We know precisely how each other functions in a work environment, from what we love to what we hate. However, while discussing potential activities, we realized that we had not taken enough time to truly get to understand each other apart from school. From this realization, our group project idea was born. We would each be given an entire day with complete freedom to dictate how the group spent our time. This video chronicles our adventures in fast forward so that almost none of the action would be missed. Each day provided abundant knowledge into that person's motivations and actions. On top of the video, you will hear the lessons the group members learned about each other throughout the process.
For Mark's Day, he chose to show us his Dallas world. Dallas is a place that Mark holds dear to his heart, so being let in on that made me feel he truly trusted the group. Since this was the first of any of our days, it was an important milestone that we had accomplished. With all of our difficulties in finding a time to actually get together, everyone was in a great mood because we finally felt on our way to accomplishing our goal.
Mark Center's day was all about having fun, one of the essential components of the great group process. Having fun is necessary to mitigate stress. Ironic, I know. For Mark's Day, we went to Dallas and had burgers and got cupcakes. It was a great time, and it's been awesome seeing Mark start to have a little more fun in his life.
I think it was nice to have a time to really show why I like Dallas and why Dallas was important to me, both for a family sense and kind of a school perspective. I think it was great to get to share some of the experiences I enjoyed growing up with my high school friends and close family, to get to experience it with a group that I really care deeply about. I think showing them this setting really allowed them to understand more about me.
Mark's Day was great because we got to adventure into the past of the Mark Center and explore Dallas. We got to eat at his favorite burger restaurant, see where he grew up, went to school, and we also got to look at his house, which was full of embarrassing childhood pictures. We got to see a different and simpler side of Mark, and we thoroughly enjoyed every single second of it.
Kyle's day came at a crucial point in our group work. Not having any days that would work with scheduling, we were all slightly frustrated with each other and were experiencing conflict for the first time. Conflict had never occurred in our group until then, but Kyle's day helped us remember why our group is so special. Kyle just wanted us all to relax and take time to sit with one another in a stress-free environment. Kyle has always been level-headed about conflict and wants everyone to get along and avoid stress.
I think Kyle's day was important to our group because it was difficult to find a time to really sit down and just get to spend time with each other. As group projects typically have wear and tear, and as it's difficult to find times to really refine assignments as a group, it was nice to have a time to just really get to hang out with each other and enjoy each other's company. I think that the fact that Kyle's project fell at the middle of our group project's timeline was important because it was really a little bit of a break from some of the stress of planning. And
Kyle's day was great because it represented Kyle perfectly. We got to sit around a fire and eat food. Relaxing with the group was awesome because it came at a time when we needed a change of pace from our normal school routine. We got to forget about the little things that we get wrapped up in and focus on the people in our lives that matter most. Kyle's day allowed us to remember why we really loved being in a group together.
For Adam's day, we wanted to get to know each other on a deeper level. Adam really values getting to know his friends and understanding what makes them unique. We actively listened to each other, asking questions and taking the time to understand what we were each about.
Adam's day perfectly describes him. His only requirements were that we talked about life. Always wanting to make meaningful connections with others, it wasn't surprising all he needed for his day was to hear about all of our lives. In our group, Adam is a natural leader. We look to him to steer us in the right direction and trust him immensely.
Adam's day was probably the most difficult activity we did as a group for me personally, and I think the reason was I really did have to kind of open up to the group. And really, everything was open season, and so having to talk about my family, my beliefs, my values, and what I guess I see my future moving forward at a granular level, it was important to me to really kind of experience that with the group because it's something that they take pride in and something Adam in particular takes pride in. And so I think kind of making myself vulnerable to the group for Adam's activity was special, and it really did challenge me and allowed me, I would think, really to kind of find a place in the group and the group know where I stand, kind of as my role being a new member of the group.
Adam is incredible at forming strong relationships and having intentional conversations. Adam's Day was great because we got to do just that. We got to talk about our lives and beliefs in an open and safe environment. We talked about our futures and the things we love. It was an awesome time where we got to know each other more deeply and further strengthen our friendships.
Sophie's day was predictably all about the group having fun. We celebrated Christmas by wearing Santa hats, buying presents, taking pictures, eating brownies, drinking hot chocolate, and telling each other why we cared about each other.
I think Sophie's Day was one of the more challenging events for me. Really trying to find an item when we were doing, a version of Secret Santa that was reflective of why I care for someone in the group, and then also explain to the whole group why that person was important to me and why I cared about that person. I think it really allowed me to understand where I fit in the group and why that person in the group was crucial to our success. I think as choosing a gift, because as I was assigned, Matt was important because Matt's such a unique and great person that it was difficult to find an item that really kind of shows why I care about Matt just in really a one-item perspective. And I think that it really challenged me to hone in on what's important to me is in a group setting and what's important to me on a personal level for each group member.
For Sophie's Day, we all gave each other gifts, took a picture by the Christmas tree, and drank hot cocoa together. I think this is perfect because Sophie is the glue of our group. She cares about us more than anything and really loves us with all of her heart. It means so much, and it really keeps our group together whenever we have conflicts.
Sophie's Day was great because it showed her amazing personality. She is all about sacrificing to make others happy. Celebrating Christmas with Sophie and getting gifts for others in our group was really fun and rewarding. Going to Sundance Square to see the Christmas tree and lights was also a blast. Sophie always knows how to bring the group closer together in meaningful ways.
For Matt's day, he chose to play Pokemon Monopoly, the breeding ground of intense conflict. Expectedly, the finance-heavy group got into a few intense negotiations over projected ROI and DCFs of trading Nidoking for Horsey. However, in the end, the conflict made us stronger.
For Matthew's Day, we played Pokemon Monopoly. Which should have been a fun day, ended up resulting in more competition and conflict than I could have imagined, mostly due to Mark Center. While I was winning the game, Mark Center decided that he needed to leave and gave all of his money in Monopolies to Matthew Imaizumi, who proceeded to win the game.
One of the greatest things about Matt is he always does the things that go unnoticed but are crucial to our success. He looks for ways he can serve others in even the smallest tasks. His selflessness and empathy make him easy to work with and make him adaptable. He is the definition of a team player. Matt's day was fun because he was forced to pick something that he wanted to do as opposed to making the day about everyone else.
Competing as a group, everyone from some of the more lighthearted members of our group to some of the more serious members of the group, no names to be dropped, really did get to kind of compete in a setting about Pokemon Monopoly. And we spent a while even debating on deals and trades going as a group, and it was an exciting experience.
Through hard work and selflessness, we were able to fulfill our vision of achieving a greater understanding of each other. Mark places great value in the comfort of home. Kyle is driven by macro-level questions about life. Sophie experiences her greatest joys when she witnesses others experiencing theirs. Matt is fueled by competition and achievement. I am relentlessly curious about learning why people tick. Together, we are a collection of individuals united by our uniqueness. Together, we are Sophie and the Boys.
Everybody's got their trouble, everybody's been alone. There's nobody here that could make it on their own. When your worries all around you, got your bed and you can't sleep.